What's up everyone, welcome back to Automotive. Today, we're diving into a truck that's been gaining serious momentum in markets across the globe, the all-new 2026 Isuzu D-Max. Now, if you're a fan of utility, durability, and off-road capability packed in a tough-looking pickup, this one is going to catch your attention. The 2026 model brings with it some noteworthy updates, from design tweaks to improved performance, all while staying true to the D-Max's hardworking roots. Let's kick things off with the exterior. The 2026 D-Max has received a sharper, more aggressive facelift. Up front, there's a redesigned grille that looks bolder and more upright, giving it a stronger road presence. The LED headlights are slimmer, sleeker, and paired with integrated DRLs that curve stylishly around the housing. Isuzu seems to be aiming for a modern yet rugged look, and it's working. The bumper's also been reworked with more angular lines and functional air intakes, adding to its aggressive stance. You'll also notice subtle changes in the body lines and wheel arches, which now appear a bit more muscular. Depending on the trim, you get new alloy wheel designs, and yes, those off-road focused versions now ride on chunkier, all-terrain tires. Moving to the rear, not a whole lot has changed, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. The tailgate is still robust, there's a new light signature for the LED taillights, and some minor tweaks in the bumper design, but overall, Isuzu chose to keep the utility-focused rear end familiar. The D-Max has never been about showing off, it's more about getting things done, and the 2026 model stays true to that. Under the hood, the D-Max continues to offer the tried and tested 3.0-liter turbo diesel engine, pushing out 190 horsepower and a strong 450 Nm of torque. That engine is paired to either a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic transmission, depending on your market and trim choice. There's also a smaller 1.9-liter diesel option for those looking for better fuel efficiency. For 2026, Isuzu has done some tuning to refine the power delivery and reduce turbo lag, especially in the lower rev range, which makes a big difference during off-road climbs or when hauling heavy loads. Speaking of hauling, the D-Max retains its impressive towing capacity of up to 3.5 tons and a payload capacity of over 1 ton, making it one of the most capable pickups in its class. Whether you're towing work equipment or heading out with an off-road trailer, this truck is built to handle it. But here's where things get more interesting, the suspension has been revised. The 2026 model now features retuned shock absorbers and a slightly stiffer rear leaf spring setup for improved stability under load, without compromising too much on comfort. And if you opt for the V-Cross or Arctic variants, you get even more off-road enhancements, including a locking rear differential, hill descent control, and better ground clearance. Let's step inside the cabin. Isuzu has made a real effort here to bring the D-Max up to par with its more tech-savvy rivals. The dashboard has been redesigned with more soft-touch materials, better switchgear, and an improved layout. A new 9-inch or optional 10.1-inch infotainment screen now dominates the center stack, offering Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard. The UI is smoother, more responsive, and thankfully, there are still physical buttons for climate control, a big plus for those who actually use this truck for rugged tasks. The instrument cluster gets a new digital display between analog dials, offering customizable information like off-road status, fuel economy, and trip data. Higher trims now include a wireless phone charger, dual-zone climate control, and even heated and ventilated seats. Isuzu is clearly aiming to blur the lines between workhorse and lifestyle vehicle. In terms of safety, the 2026 D-Max raises the bar again. It now comes standard with Isuzu's updated ADAS suite, which includes adaptive cruise control, autonomous emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, lane keeping assist, and rear cross-traffic alert. The system feels more refined and less intrusive than the previous version, and that's always a welcome change for those who don't want to fight the tech while driving. Rear seat comfort in the double cab variant is improved too, there's better cushioning, more legroom, and even rear air vents. It's not quite SUV level comfort, but it's certainly more family friendly than earlier models. Now let's talk about value. One of the D-Max's biggest selling points has always been its reliability and relatively low cost of ownership. Isuzu has a strong reputation for building trucks that just don't quit, and with the 2026 model, that DNA remains unchanged. With improved refinement and modern features, the D-Max is now more than just a fleet vehicle, it's a serious option for personal use, outdoor adventures, and long-distance touring. As for pricing, it will vary depending on the market, but expect a slight bump over the 2025 model. The entry-level trims will still be competitively priced, while the high-end V-Cross and Arctic versions will push into premium territory, though still more affordable than rivals like the Ford Ranger Wildtrak or Toyota Hilux GR Sport. So what's the verdict? The 2026 Isuzu D-Max isn't a complete reinvention, and it doesn't need to be. What it does is evolve, smartly. It keeps everything that made the D-Max a dependable, no-nonsense truck, and wraps it in a more modern, capable, and comfortable package. For those who need a serious workhorse but don't want to sacrifice on tech or style, this could be one of the most well-rounded pickups on the market right now. That's it for today's review on automotive. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of our upcoming reviews. Got any questions about the 2026 Isuzu D-Max or want to see a head-to-head comparison with other trucks? Drop a comment below, we always love hearing from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.